Purna. Purna won the US Search Personality Award. Probably nobody better to win that award. She goes around the world literally speaking about search, future of search, voice search, assistance, paid search, SEO and organic search. She knows search so well, and she's probably one of the most well-respected, most liked individuals in the search community. Deeply happy and excited to actually sit down with Purna and interview her about what she does so that you guys, if you happen to not know her, get to learn a little bit more about her. So looking forward to that, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hey, it's sponsor time. You heard me talk about Ezoic before. They recently launched their Site Speed Accelerator, which instantly guarantees an 80+ Google page speed score, improving your website's UX and ranking. What you may not know about Ezoic is that they are primarily a technology for publishers. They're best known for helping content creators automate complex operations related to monetizing their content. The platform lets publishers create experiments that machine learning will then execute to help publishers increase ad revenue and balance user experience along the way. If you'd like to learn more about Ezoic, the Site Speed Accelerator, or their complete platform for publishers, you can visit www.ezoic.com. Purna, thanks for sitting down with me and having this conversation about search, everything search. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So just tell people who you are, I guess, if you can.
Perfect. So hi, I'm Purna. I work with Microsoft Advertising, and my role essentially involves learning all the cool new things about technology and sharing with people ways they can use it to make more money.
So that's what they mean by global engagement.
Yeah, exactly. I get to engage with our clients all across the world and get to share with them all the amazing ways technology can make their
that must be
jobs better.
To get paid to engage with people, because you're a fun social person. People like you.
Thank you. I hope so. Still working on my husband, but yeah.
Family's a little bit harder with that, but I appreciate that. And you have you've been at Microsoft for about 5 years, I think.
Yeah, just shy of 5 years, a couple months short.
And when you started at Microsoft, you were doing a similar thing, or?
Yeah, so I started on because they were looking for somebody who could go and help and train. Because when I started, Microsoft created a brand new team. That was when the Bing and Yahoo partnership was changing. We were taking ownership of some of the sales business.
Right.
And so as part of that, my role was to go and train some of our clients or provide learning opportunities to our clients for ways they could use Bing ads, as we were formerly called,
right.
To help grow their paid search business.
So you weren't the person that conned Yahoo into making a partnership and then taking over all of their clients and forming Microsoft Advertising and saying, goodbye, Yahoo, Verizon, you buy me.
Why would you call it a con?
I'm just joking. Well, you were after that anyway.
I'm not. That is way above my pay grade to go and deal with the partnership at the higher level. For me, I am the nerd that gets to talk about all things digital advertising.
If you see my videos, I'm pretty sarcastic on them. So. But it's amazing history if you think about it over the years of Microsoft. So it is amazing history. And of course, you won just recently the US Search Award Personality in Vegas, right?
Yes, and look who I got to take over the
I really wanted
reins.
to be there. I really wanted to be there, but my religion got in the way, so I apologize.
No,
it was
thank
like Yom
you.
Kippur. I mean, Brett, what are you doing?
I know, we need to plan this better, because I need to have my crown placed on my head from the former.
And you had two crowns, I heard. I heard there was 2 crowns there.
No, I had just 1 crown.
Well, I mailed the
original,
all night. And they bought a new one because they were nervous I wasn't going to mail it. But I mailed it, and they got it, and they bought a new one.
I still wear mine if I'm having a really bad day at work. It's it's in my office, at my desk at home. I work from home and I don't travel. And so if I'm having a really crappy day at work, I'll sometimes wear my tiara. I know.
Real?
Should I confess to that? That would make me look like a complete crazy person, but
that is interesting. I had mine in I have like a junk area, so I put it on top there.
Oh no, it's right next to me at my desk. No, I don't. I'm keeping mine. I'm not giving back mine. I'll have lost it. Dear Brett, I'll have lost it by then.
It's okay. They're only like $5 on Amazon anyway, so. Anyway, I appreciate that. That's cool. And you before that you had like agency life in the search field. You started in 2006, you told me? In
search, I was a journalist before. Then I worked in Philadelphia. There's 2 public TV stations. One's a really big popular one. One's a smaller guy. I worked for the smaller guy. And I produced a talk show on there. So straight out of journalism school in the UK, I moved to America to work. And then I worked in TV, which I'm really happy I got to do that. Best job I ever had. Paid absolutely nothing or very little. And then when my son was born with a lot of health issues, I just couldn't do the life of a TV producer. It's like long hours. You don't know your schedule more than 2 weeks in advance. I had a very unwell baby at home. And so I had to cross over to the dark side, which was traditional PR. And then somehow I stumbled my way into search, and it's been my calling, and I've never looked back.
It just got darker to darker to darker when you went to search.
Exactly.
So what's harder, SEO or PPC?
Both. I think both have their times. Like I could find
That's why you won the
and-
US Personality Award.
No, I love both. I was bi-searchual, as I like to call it, for the longest time. I did SEO and PPC.
I have never heard that before. Bi-searchual.
I know, I made it up. I tried to
Just
make
now, or?
No. It's been my joke in my repertoire that I bring out.
Interesting. Yeah. Good. That's a good one. And I've been doing this for like 20 years. I never heard that. Bi-searchual. We should have a session.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of us
Bi-searchual.
bisexuals in there who do both. But now as it's gotten more and more complex, I think, especially with my current job and the demands, I focus on the paid side now.
Cool. All right. So I know you want to discuss a little bit about you call inclusion and accessibility in search.
Yes.
So you have some case studies and stuff you want to like talk about maybe?
Exactly. So I think that's one of the big, and I know it's like the cool topic du jour now that everyone's talking about inclusion. And yes, it's so important because it really, really does matter. Like I think all of us have had that moment in their lives when you felt like the odd one out, and it never feels good, right? We can all relate to this, whether you were picked last in school for like a softball team or whatever it is. No one likes that feeling. But if we amplify that to groups that tend to be left out, not only are we making people, not everybody gets to be a part of the experience, but we're also making a bad business decision by not being inclusive. If we think about just accessibility, there's over 1 billion people in the world who have a disability, according to World Health Organization.
Right.
And I love this quote from Bert Floyd at TD Bank, who says that if you don't design for accessibility, it's like telling 1 in every 5 people that we don't need your business, here's the door. And none of us can afford to do that. It's a way you can set yourself apart. And it's small, simple changes that us as search marketers can do. For example, even if you've crafted the best PPC ad, the best PPC targeting, the campaign, if your landing page doesn't have enough contrasting colors in it, for example, then somebody who has color blindness will just not be able to navigate it.
Right.
And very often I find that if we think of something, it might seem like a small opportunity, but there is this mantra that we have in our inclusive design team that talks about if you solve for one, you end up solving for many. So if I designed a program that read out your emails to you, it's great for somebody who has blindness, but then it can also help somebody who's temporary impairment, like I'm recovering from cataract surgery, or somebody who's driving on the road and shouldn't be distracted. So if you think about a solution that's designed for a small group, you end up solving. So accessibility for one becomes usability for many. So if we try to think about it in that way, there's lots of opportunities. If I can I give you a PPC case study?
Please.
So we have one of our clients in our New York office is a big website where you can buy your invitations from, your baby shower invites, or you know the kind of company I'm talking about. And one of their account reps, my colleague, was in a period of like 6 months, she was invited to about 6 or 7 same-sex weddings. So now she's like, is it me because I'm a strong ally, or is it because like I live in New York and I'm just surrounded, I'm able to be around a big community? And so she did some research and she saw that there's actually a big trend, like same-sex weddings, there's a big boom in that. So she's like, I wonder, does my client, do they have any products around this? And she ended up finding that yes, they had invitations and all of that that showed same-sex couples in the imagery, all of that. She's like, I wonder why they're not promoting them in search. So again, she just did some research into the market, and she found that search, Bing, Google, everything is the #1 place that same-sex couples go to find wedding vendors. And she also found cool things like the household income index is higher for same-sex versus straight couples. And the peak season for weddings is different than straight couples. So for straight couples, it's summer, and that's the peak season. But fall is the peak season for same-sex couples.
Why?
I don't know why, but I don't know. I guess she did a digging. But what she found was that not only did the client have 2 peak seasons that they were not taking advantage of, but there was this whole market. So they went in, they launched all these campaigns, and she was able to reach out and do that. And yes, that's one example. And maybe you're thinking, I don't have an inclusive product, I don't have an inclusive thing. But I bet you would find something. If you are a cell phone company, for example, most large cell phone companies have a discount for military.
Yes.
But if I did a search on Google or Bing or whichever search engine, right? Let's be inclusive.
Whichever one.
whichever one, and you did a search for cell phone discounts, military discounts for cell phone plans, you won't see a single ad from a
Really?
big company. Yeah, it's really, or there might be one from an aggregator. Where are the big cell phone providers?
Maybe they don't want to publicize it because they make less money? I don't know.
But if that's audience is looking, same thing if I look for car insurance for seniors,
Yeah.
for example. So I would say start by taking a list of who are the traditional groups of people that can be excluded. It is seniors, it is, there can be racial, it could be women, it could be your sexual orientation, it could be even how you process information, whether you're more, if
Or
you're
kosher restaurants in San Jose.
Exactly, like
Nothing.
it's so hard, vegetarians, kosher. Yes, it is a way of feeling excluded.
It's not a market there.
It's not as bad as that. I can't access this building because it's not made for me.
Of course, yeah.
But it's still like you need to eat, and if you need to be able to eat what you can eat, and it's still a form of exclusion if you don't include anyone. So it is the right thing to do, but it can set yourself
I had
apart.
chicken for breakfast here at XMX.
SMX feeds us very well.
They
They're very
have kosher
thoughtful
meals, and they
here.
gave me for breakfast a chicken, like a roasted chicken. I was like, oh, well, I was up since 1 a.m., so I'm like, I'll eat it. It's lunchtime.
Yeah, I know. Our East Coasters were a
Yeah.
different time. No,
That's
I hear
cool.
you on
What
that.
about PPC automation? I know you found ways to increase, return on spend time and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's like my favorite metric, which has the worst acronym ever. It's like ROTS, R-O-T-S.
I know it's like I don't know,
It's
seems
terrible,
cool.
isn't it? It sounds so bad, but we always going after return on ad spend and return on all of that. But we also, PPC, as you know, Barry, you could spend 24 hours a day optimizing your campaigns and there's still going to be work to do.
Yes.
So how do you find the ways that you can get a better return on time spent?
Right.
So that's where there's certain automation features that are highly recommended that can help you and can help give you the human superpowers.
Right.
So automation is not there to replace us, it's not there to do anything, it's just the tedious, boring tasks that we waste time on. Like, hey, when I was agency side, I hated the first of the month because that was when all the reports were due, and I was like, the first of the month is terrible, even though that was payday, and I'd be like, you should be happy for payday, but reporting sucked every joy out of that. And so if you can get something to automate that, or if we think about managing bids, ultimately there's a lot more signals that can go into it that an AI is able to parse through than any human, even somebody as brilliant as you, Barry, I would say would not be able to go through as many. You do far more than the normal human, but even that, it's still, the AI will get in a million different signals connecting across, like the Microsoft advertising graph, for example. So adjusting your bids for that, look at that. And my favorite tip for automation is ad customizers, and something that Microsoft advertising has that Google Ads does not is ad customizers for your audience list. So you can create custom ads based on whether they're in your remarketing list or an in-marketing list or not, as long as you associate audience ID. So check that out.
Check it out. You heard it here. All right. So obviously, people love you in the community. We appreciate everything you do. You speak at every single conference out there. So thank you for everything you do. And also, if people want to follow you, what's the best way to follow you?
So firstly, thank you for your kind words. You give me too much credit.
No.
I feel super lucky that I'm a part of this industry with all you amazing people. But yeah, hit me up on Twitter. I'm obsessively on Twitter, or else add me on LinkedIn.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you
Appreciate
for
it.
having me. It was such an honor.
Same here. Thank you.